Hi everyone, and welcome back this week to the YouTube version of my blog fredperry.ca, and that's P-A-R-R-Y. This week I entered an interesting article I thought called Good Things Happening. It just seems to me that with the news being so bad, I just thought I don't know, I was just sitting there and I realized at the desk that there were a lot of good things around me that was happening, and I started writing some of them down. I think if you look around, you probably find something similar in your life. For instance, over the past few weeks, I've heard some good and positive news. For instance, a lady whose daughter just got married. She's a young teacher, um, and now she's just now getting some long-term teaching assignments. And her husband is about to get his engineering ticket, so that they both have, are reaching that next stage for the exciting news for a young family. Also a young man that I know after 9 years of teaching overseas, and who after several years of trying has finally been accepted into Teachers College here. So there's nothing wrong with his teaching skills. It's just a matter of having the right package of marks and so on. But only married about 2 or 3 years, and he's doing great, so it's very exciting news. Several people who after many treatments have overcome the scourges of cancer. I know we all have friends who have succumbed to that, but it really is a celebration when you see somebody break free of that terrible disease. And an extremely bright young man, under the influence of being newly married, has decided to go back to university, and to no one's surprise is achieving marks in the 90s. So congratulations to him. And also a person recently divorced, buying a new home, making a fresh start in otherwise an accomplished life. It's one thing to have mishaps and valleys in our life, but to see somebody fight through it is truly inspiring. Families working together to take care of young children within limits, to help out their young siblings and their families. It's all part of life, and we need each other to get through that. Families and people coming to retirement with grace and dignity, and embracing the future. I know sometimes none of us like getting old, but when you see people who are older, but at the same time are just so happy to be alive and are contributing to society, it really is exciting. I'm sure you know people like that yourself. Folks immediately showing courage to engage life again after a life of a deaf partner. I'm sure you also know people who have lost a husband or a wife and a partner, and it's not something you can easily get over, or it's a family member that they've lost. And we all know we have to get through it, but not to deny the grieving process. But people who do still gradually crawl their way through, it's really inspiring, and it's a true sign that life goes on, and our loved ones who have passed away wouldn't want us to suffer. There are people who have chronic and debilitating diseases who every day fight through them. But you never know it though, because they're all smiles when you meet them. And finally, I remember a quote from a lady I knew, interviewed actually, Sister Aloysius, and she was one of the founders of the Meals on Wheels program in our local area here. And she says, when you see their problems, these are people that they take meals to, shut-ins and housebound people, your problems don't seem so bad. So maybe that's something to note, that we all have special needs and to overcome, and we have to do our best to overcome them, but we have to work them all together and help each other to get there. Well, that's my message for this week. I hope you have a good one, and be well.